Órale. Oh, hang on. There we go. Órale. Los tres chingones. Boxing Total Trucker here. Shout out to all the chingones and chingonas. I'm not going to fly solo today. David Contreras should be jumping on in a few minutes, man. Where is Mike Zavala? You guys may be asking, man. You guys haven't seen him in a minute. Well, Mike, we got rid of him. No. Nah, you know what? Mike went through a little bit of a bad time with his dog, man's best friend, with his perro, and he's actually out in the Dominican Republic right now, man, enjoying himself. So shout outs to one Mr. Mike Zavala, doing it up out there, man. Drink a nice cold one for me, carnal. When you just put your toes in the sand, home. So enjoy yourself, big dog. But he should be back next week, man. Shout outs to Mike Zavala. Let me see if I can bring this in just a little closer right here. Okay. All right. And David Contreras, he should be jumping on a little bit later on. So check this out, man. Look, there is a lot going down this weekend. You got fights on the Zone. You got fights on Showtime. You got fights on ESPN. I mean, there's fights tonight right now on ESPN, man. It is hard to keep up. I'm so interested in a lot of things, man, that my mind is just spinning around, Holmes. I'm so interested in a lot of these fights. Last weekend, I really didn't pay too much attention on boxing, man. I was doing the wrestling thing, but this weekend it's like overloaded with boxing, man, and I just love it. I got nothing going on this weekend, Holmes. It's my nephew's birthday. Cool, go, happy birthday. Here's a piece of cake, Holmes. I'm out. Bam. And it's time to watch the fights. And by the way, not only is it time to watch the fights, there's going to be some good stuff on the prelims before you get to the main card on the Zone, on Showtime. So, there's some good stuff, dog, just all over the place, man. Pacific time, the action is probably going to start like around 4:30 for me over here in Killer Cali, man, because I do want to watch some of this stuff that's in the prelims that they're not putting on the main card, whether it be on Showtime or the Zone and everything, man. Couple of things I want to talk about before David Contreras jumps on. Hopefully he jumps on pretty soon. If not, then orale, dog, we'll just rock it here. Look, check this out, Holmes. Very quietly, I don't know if you guys know this, but Frank Sanchez is fighting this weekend. He's fighting tomorrow. He is on the undercard, and not only is he on the undercard, but he is not even making the actual main card. What's up, Hectic? Let me see what's up. Cholo, so many fights this weekend. Dog, my head is like ready to explode, Holmes. I don't even know if I could keep up with it, but I'm going to do the best I possibly can, Holmes. I had a 14-hour work day today, and I just said, but hey, man, I was trying to keep up with everything. Yes, sir. Be tuned in early myself. So, yeah, exactly, dog. So, okay, so check this out. Something I want to talk about some of these fights, okay? On Frank Sanchez. Okay, Frank Sanchez is an undefeated heavyweight fighter that is I'm not sure if he's still with the Canelo camp or not. To the best of my knowledge, he's still with the Canelo camp. All right. This dude is an undefeated fighter. He's got a good record, 21 wins with 14 knockouts. Okay, he's a heavyweight. How come nobody's talking about this guy? This guy's fighting tomorrow. The thing about this vato, though, he's not fighting in one of these undercards. Nah, chale. This vato's fighting in the prelims. So to go watch this dude, you're going to have to get on an app or get on YouTube to go watch him. Is this vato just not selling? How come there's no interest in this dude, Holmes? He's the Cubano guy. Every time he fights, there's little to no buzz. If we're talking, I mean, this dude's doing it up in heavyweights, man. I'm talking about Frank Sanchez, okay? The guy, the Cubano out of the Canelo camp. Spencer, I got my TV on, so I'm just kind of going back and forth. But he is fighting. I'm trying to remember what I think he's fighting on Showtime, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Okay, but I believe he's fighting on Showtime. I might be wrong about that. Let me see if I could find that, because I am interested to see this guy fight. But the thing is, this guy's fighting in the prelim fights. Not only is he fighting on the prelim fights, dog, he's fighting, I think he's the very first fight in the prelim fights. So why no buzz with this dude? 21 wins, 14 knockouts. And not only that, with 21 wins, okay, with 21 wins, he's fighting tomorrow in an 8-rounder. Not even a 10-rounder fight. Is this guy just not gaining any traction? Is this guy just not getting any buzz? Is this guy is very, like, I don't know, Holmes. I don't know where this guy's career is at. When we talk about heavyweights, nobody mentions this guy. People talk about Richard Torres Jr. a heck of a lot more than they talk about Frank Sanchez. And Richard Torres Jr. doesn't even have like 5 fights under his belt yet. Frank Sanchez, dog, 14 knockouts, 21-0. He's fighting tomorrow in an 8-rounder in the prelims, in the way, way bottom, dog, against a dude that's got 10 losses. I don't know. I don't get it. I will say this, okay? And maybe this has something to do with it. I have seen the guy fight. He's not all that exciting, okay? I'm not saying he's a boring fighter. But he's, he's all right, man. He's a little bit sucio, though. I will say that, dog. He's a little bit dirty, homie. He'll hit you below the belt and just not care. He ain't gonna put the glove out, touch gloves with you, dog. So I don't know if he's trying to have that kind of bad boy attitude or what. But anyway, man, I am interested to see him fight. In an 8-rounder, though, against somebody who's got 10 losses, like, I don't know, man. When is this? When are they going to step up the competition with this, Vato, though? Let me see. I forgot who he beat, but who has he fought lately? Hey, P-Town, and that's my point. I mean, at 21 wins, shouldn't the competition be stepping up? How come no buzz? How come nobody's talking about, hey, you know what? It's time to see this dude against Andy Ruiz. It's time to see this dude against somebody. At least even a washed-up fighter like a Chris Arreola. Nobody talks about this guy. Nobody. Zero talk. So, I mean, he's so irrelevant as an undefeated heavyweight that he's fighting in an 8-rounder fight in the very first prelim fight, which is on the app. I don't know, dog. I don't really get it. What's up, Impala? Let me see. Just looked him up. He beat a couple of good guys. He beat that big 6'6" Nigerian. I don't know, dog. I made a video, and I don't want to start talking about Andy Ruiz, but I don't know. Maybe we should stop talking about Andy Ruiz, stop giving him buzz, because I don't know what he's doing with his career, and maybe people should start focusing a little bit more on Frank Sanchez, dog, because this guy's actually doing something. Shouldn't this guy at least be on the broadcast? Fine, I don't care. I don't care that he's in the undercard. I don't care. But the thing is, he's not even in the undercard. He's in the prelim fights. That's the part where I'm like, what's going on here, man? Guy's undefeated. 14 knockouts, 21 wins. He's still fighting somebody that has 10 losses. I don't even know who that dude is. So that's something to keep an eye on. And Paula, hey, what's up, Vanessa Corona, La Chingona? And Paula, why not put Frank Sanchez against Arreola, who actually looked pretty good against Andy Ruiz? I don't. Why is this dude wasting his time against some heavyweight I've never heard of, who's got 10 losses in an 8-rounder in a prelim fight? I don't I don't get it. Nonetheless, man, he is fighting tomorrow, so you guys can go check that out. I forgot where he's at though. Uh, FN Jagba, yeah, Christian Hammer, okay. Some of those guys he beat. Man, there you go, dog. I don't know why no buzz. Why not more buzz, man? Is it the I don't know. I really don't know, man. I don't know. Why not a little bit more buzz? Maybe we should start giving this guy a little bit more limelight, man, so they start caring about him a little bit more. If he's out there, he's putting in the work, he's winning, he's working his ass off, he's fighting continually. Maybe we should start paying a little bit more attention to Frank Sanchez, man, and saying like, hey, you know what? Bump this dude up, man. Put him in the co-main event. Let's go, man. This kid start getting this guy some bigger fights, you know, and who knows? Maybe one day he probably does have the ability to fight for a championship. I don't know. I'm not saying he does. I'm just saying we're not gonna know until we start, you know, seeing him get up there, man. Because right now, dog, this dude's so irrelevant. Very forgettable. So speaking on forgettable. Okay, you guys riddle me this, Holmes, because I forgot. I completely. And we're gonna get to the main stuff. We're gonna get to the Shakurs. We're gonna get to the Bam Rodriguez. We're gonna get to all that, Holmes. All right. I'm waiting to see if my boy David Contreras jumps on here. If he doesn't, that's cool. We're gonna get to all that stuff anyway. But I want to get to some of the stuff that's happening that nobody's really talking about. Everyone's kind of forgetting about. You guys remember Devon Alexander? Devon Alexander, the great. You know what? Devon Alexander, homie, was a pretty damn good fighter quite a few years back. He had that rivalry with Timothy Bradley, who I believe, you know, that was a pretty big HBO fight, man. I remember I went to the pizza parlor, had myself a nice schooner, dog, with some pizza. Oh man, I used to love going to that pizza parlor, dog. But they only used to do HBO fights, and once HBO, you know, got rid of boxing, that was it, man. They don't really do boxing right there anymore, unless they're, you know, it's ESPN or something like that. But ESPN on its own doesn't do big fights like that. You know, they have their bigger fights on ESPN Plus and stuff like that, man. So, but I used to love going to that pizza parlor, Holmes. I used to love it, dog. Anyway, Devon Alexander, man, he was actually a pretty damn good fighter. Oh yeah, he was pretty damn good, man. Some people used to think that he'd be one that could beat Mayweather. I didn't believe that. I thought probably he stood a chance just because he's tall, he's got some lengthy arms, he's got some speed. I still thought Mayweather would have beat him, but he was a pretty damn good fighter. He's fighting tomorrow. Yeah, he's fighting tomorrow, man. I had no idea. I had no idea till I was watching all the weigh-ins. I'm like, wait a second. Devon Alexander? That Devon Alexander? I had no idea, dog. So he's fighting in 154 pounds against Gabriel Mastre. Now, here's the thing about this fight. Devon Alexander, he's got over 30 fights, 20 something wins. I think he's got like 6-7 losses. I don't know when's the last time he fought. I really don't, man. Devon Alexander, his best days are way behind him, you know. But he's fighting Gabriel Mastre, who only has 5 fights. 5 fights. Devon Alexander is a seasoned veteran, and he's been in the ring, homie, with some of the best. And he himself, at one point, I don't want to exaggerate and say he was one of the best, but he was. If he wasn't one of the best, homie, he was flirting with it. He was right there. Okay, he was right there. In my opinion, he was able to compete with the best of the best at that time. When we're talking about 147, now he's fighting at 154 tomorrow, and again, he's fighting in the prelims. He's not fighting. You're not gonna find this in the undercard. You're gonna find this in the prelim. All right. So he's fighting a guy that only has 5 fights. I never heard of this Gabriel Mastre. Maybe this dude's that damn good, man, to put him in there against a real seasoned veteran. And at the same time, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't even remember the last time Devon Alexander won. I'm sorry, won the last time he fought. Maybe he has been active and he's been fighting in fights like this. I don't know. But I just found it a little bit odd, man, that Devon Alexander, he's fighting tomorrow. That went over my head. I'm like, damn, I didn't know this dude's fighting tomorrow against a dude that only has 5 fights. Let me see. His promoter is not doing a good job. Hey, you know what? That could be it, Pete Town. That could be it. Frank Sanchez, man, needs to be up there, man, when we're talking about heavyweights. I'm doing really good, getting ready to get my dance. Yeah, he goes live tonight. Let me see. Hey, what's up, JC? Dos Matador, ¿qué huele? Devon Alexander equals paycheck. I don't know how much money he's getting paid for this fight. I don't think he's getting much. I really don't think he's getting much. His opponent only has 5 fights. I've never heard of the guy. Apparently, this dude could be badass. He could be all that in a bag of chips, Holmes. But I don't think he's getting paid that much. And again, this is in the prelims, so this isn't even on the televised undercard, man. Let's see. You guys are just saying what's up to one another. All right, cool. So yeah, that was something I kind of wanted to throw out there, man. I encourage a lot of you guys to watch a lot of these prelims, man, whether it be even on the Zone, whether it be on the Showtime app, the YouTube channel of Showtime. A lot of these are going to be some pretty good bangers, dog. Brandon Lee fights tomorrow. Brandon Lee, who's out of La Quinta, California. If you guys don't know where that's at, man, that is in the low desert. That is out by Palm Springs area. That is out there, the Coachella Valley, where it gets 120 degrees in heat, Holmes. Okay. Now, I like Brandon Lee. I'm not really sure what happened, but apparently they're contracted to fight at 142 pounds. Because when I heard that they both came in, I think at 141 and a quarter, I was like, damn, none of these fools made these dudes made the weight. But apparently is contracted at 142. That kind of tripped me out a little bit. But hey, whatever. So they're gonna do their damn thing. I like Brandon Lee. I want to see him do good. And that's another one right there that I think people need to start paying a little bit more attention to. When people talk about good fighters in that, in that weight class at 140, I don't know. I really don't know what the reason is that they're doing it at 142. I don't know if maybe he couldn't make the weight, so they just decided to do 142. I'm not really sure, man. Maybe you guys read up on some news that I missed. Maybe he's ready to move to 147. I got no idea, but I like Brandon Lee, dog, and that's definitely one dude to keep an eye out. So, to the Costa last night. No, I didn't. I know there's some Showtime fights tonight too, man. I always watch all the fights. That's good, dog. I'm gonna watch tomorrow. I'm gonna be glued, man. Probably starting like at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. I'm gonna watch everything, man. They need to take training wheels off Lee. Yeah, I agree. I think time to take the training wheels off Lee. The 142 weight class, I'm not really sure where that came in. That's a little bit off to me. I don't know. It could be that his opponent or him wasn't able to make the weight. That's kind of a bad sign. But I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just over here just trying to guess what happened. So, but yeah, dog, Brandon Lee fights tomorrow at a 142-pound contract to fight. So hopefully, dog, hopefully we get to see some better things from him. Man, the real big baby Anderson fights tomorrow in the co-main event of Shakur Stevenson's fight. Let's get into this, dog, because I really like the big baby Anderson, man. I really do. Out of these up and coming heavyweights, right? Damn commercial. Out of these up and coming heavyweights, okay. Um, the real big baby Anderson is one that I really keep an eye on, man. This dude is 13-0, 13 knockouts. And I mean, he's quite the character, dog. I like Richard Torres Jr. I do like him. I still got to see more from him. Antonio Morales, you know, when I first saw Antonio Morales fight, man, I think he had about like 3 or 4, 5 fights, somewhere around there, man. His last fight, I was like, whew, man, that's gonna be rough. It's gonna be real rough, man. He did not look good at all, man. So, but the real big baby Anderson, this dude, undefeated fighter. And by the way, people don't really know this. He's fighting another undefeated heavyweight. Okay. Shoot, I forgot who he's fighting. But that dude, I looked him up because I don't really know too much about him. That guy's he's 18-0, only 7 knockouts, but 18-0 in his own right. So that we got 2 undefeated heavyweights going at it tomorrow, man. See, I like what they're doing with Big Baby Anderson. You know, they don't have those little training wheels on him. And I don't think they're giving him too much more than he can bite, man. He's not biting off too much more than he can chew. So I like the real Big Baby Anderson. I like what I see from him. That dude's really good. I don't think he's a hype job. At the same time, you know, you just can't push him up there. You know, he's got to earn that way. He's got to, you know, get more of that experience in the ring, man, with fights like this that he's going into tomorrow. So I do like the Big Baby Anderson co-main event in under the Shakur Stevenson fight. So let me see. I'm getting a text here. Hopefully that's David. But David Contreras is helping out his neighbor home. So he said he'd jump on. Okay, no, that's not him. Okay. All right. We'll just keep it rocking and rolling here, Holmes. So anyway, man, let's go ahead and let's talk about some of the main events that are taking place tomorrow. So on ESPN, or is it ESPN Plus? I think it's ESPN Plus, man. ESPN Plus, of course. You got Shakur Stevenson versus Yoshino. Hope I'm saying that right. Shakur Stevenson, man. I see an elite fighter. Now, maybe I'm out of bounds. Okay? Because this dude is not like he's taking on the greatest of the greats. Okay? What he did to Valdez at 130, I mean, that was something else, dog, right? But just the way I see this kid fight in Shakur Stevenson, I see an elite fighter, dog. I see somebody who can beat and possibly take over 135. Okay? Whether it be Tank, whether it be Haney, whether it be Lomachenko, dog. I'm interested to see how Lomachenko looks still. You know, he looked good when he came back from, you know, the war and all. But Shakur Stevenson, whenever I watch him fight, there's certain fighters. Okay, there's certain fighters that when I watch them fight, I'm like, man, this dude's got something special. And he's one of them. He's one of them. Now, I may be wrong. Holmes. He might get in there. with a Tank or a Haney or a Loma, and they might put hands on them. But when I see somebody like Tank Davis fight, I don't see something special. When I see somebody like Devin Haney fight, I don't see something special, man. When I see Ryan Garcia fight, I don't really see something special. I see talent, I see skills, I see power, but I don't see something special though. When I see Shakur Stevenson fight, I see something special in him. So maybe some people don't really like his attitude. Oh, well, so be it, man. Hey, dog, is going to help him build this character. So I got no issues with it. Hey, man, do your thing. Hopefully he starts getting some of these bigger fights. He's came out. He said he wants the winner of Haney and Lomachenko. I hope that happens. I hope that happens. I don't think what's his name? Yoshino. I don't think Yoshino, dog, lasts the whole fight. I think Stevenson gets him out of there. I do, dog. Let me see. So sounds. You got a new subscriber. Keep the rolas brewing. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Dog. Pomono Soul Sounds, dog. Okay. Just real quick. We'll get back into boxing. Just real quick, man. I remember when I found this channel and I was just like, damn, man, this dude's just putting on jams that I've never even heard of, homie. And I consider myself, I could go pretty deep in some of the music, man. I at least I believed I could, right? But he kind of showed me, man, playing some of the jams that he plays, kind of let me know, like, hey, man, I better stay in my lane, Holmes. I better not think I'm all that and a bag of chips when it comes to the oldies, homie, because he's on another level, dog. So check out his channel, man. He'll put jams out there, man, that are very, underground, man, that I never knew exist. And some of these are some pretty badass jams. And David Contreras, I'm telling you guys, man, because David Contreras has texted me when he's done this. Man, David Contreras kicks it on his patio, overseeing the ocean out in Florida, smoking a Cuban cigar, sipping on a little cognac, man, just listening to Pomona Soul Sounds, dog. I'm just like, damn, I'm just hating, Holmes. I'm just hating, dog. Serio, man. So that was that, man. See, I hope in chat and the listeners in the background have a beautiful. Gracias, Vanessa. Appreciate that. That's where I started hearing my oldies was on Pomona Soul Sounds. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man, he'll school everybody on some oldies, man. So yeah, shouts to Pomona Soul Sounds, man. Shakur Stevenson. Hey, dog, honestly, man, I think the fight goes 8 rounds. I think Shakur finishes him in 8 rounds. And by the way, if Shakur really wants, if he wants to make that statement and say, Haney, Loma, winner, dog, he's got to make this statement tomorrow. Okay, he's got to make this statement tomorrow. Don't let this fight go all the way, Shakur. I like Shakur, man. I do. I like watching him fight, man. He's very entertaining. Is he an elite fighter? I'm going to say yes, but at the same time, I'm going to say I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I hope to see him, dog. I hope to see him keep on climbing. I hope to see him in some of these big fights at 135, which these fights can be made, by the way. These fights can be made. So hope to see Shakur Stevenson do his thing, dog. I really, truly do. You know what was funny? In the weigh-ins, man, I watched so much weigh-ins today, dog. All the promotions, I'm getting them all mixed up, but I'm pretty sure it was at the ESPN one, where the Shakur Stevenson fights going to take place. If you guys saw, some dude came out there, right? They promoted the George Foreman movie, and then somebody came out there and said, before we do the weigh-ins, let me tell everybody something. Leave the energy for tomorrow night. if there's any sort of, I forgot his words, man, but basically he was saying, if anybody gets out of line and starts pushing or anything like that here at the weigh-ins, it's gonna be a $25,000 fine. That was pretty cool, dog. And even with that, the Keyshawn Johnson, they didn't really get out of line, but somebody had to get in there and kind of push them both away. And I believe it was, or was it the Showtime? No, I believe it was the ESPN. See, I watched all the weigh-ins, man, and I kind of got them all mixed up. But I don't know if anybody caught that. Before the weigh-in started, he came out and made the announcement. Anybody gets out of line, starts pushing, starts shoving, starts slapping, starts anything like that, $25,000 fine. So that's freedom, man. But at the same time, it kind of takes away, dog, from the weigh-ins, man. So but yeah, Shakur Stevenson, let's see what he got tomorrow, Holmes. Man, let's talk about what is going down on the zone, dog. The zone. Christian Gonzalez against Juan Bam Rodriguez. What did I say about Shakur? I said when I see him fight, I see something special, right? When I see there's certain fighters. When I see them, I see something special. I see it in Virgil Ortiz. I see it in Shakur Stevenson. I for damn sure see it in Bam Rodriguez, who I say is the fighter of the year last year. People gave that to Bivol. And I'm like, why would you give it to Bivol? To me, to me, easily, hands down, it was Bam Rodriguez, not Bivol. Bivol fought twice last year. One of them was against Zurdo Ramirez. I don't know why you get so much credit for being Zurdo. Who the heck was really that high on Zurdo? You beat the face of boxing, Canelo. Yes, I give you that. Or I won't give it to you. You earned that. But let's be honest, man. You were the champion, Bivol. Canelo moved up in weight to fight you. He was the challenger. And you beat him at your weight, not his weight. Bam Rodriguez is one of the most complete, if not the most complete fighter in the sport of boxing today, in my opinion. His footwork, his speed, his combinations. Now you could find a fighter that is better than him in one area. Yeah, you can. Okay. Because while Bam Rodriguez has some great combinations, you'll probably find a fighter that has better combinations. Maybe somebody like David Benavidez probably has better combinations. Maybe Ryan Garcia probably has better combinations. But they're not complete the way Bam is. They don't have the footwork that Bam does. They don't have the angles that Bam does. Like I said, you could find a fighter that may be better than Bam Rodriguez in one area. But I don't think you could find a fighter today that is better than him in all the areas. This guy comes at you from so many different angles. It is crazy, Hans. His footwork is impeccable. The footwork that I would say kind of matches up to him, if we're going to talk about great footwork, is probably Monster Inoue. And just on how he's able to cut off the ring. But still, dog, if we're talking about footwork, give me Bam Rodriguez, dog. Second, give me Monster Inoue. But first, we're talking about footwork, just footwork alone. Give me Bam Rodriguez. This kid, I don't like that he's at 112. I don't think there's much there for him. I don't think there's enough challenges there for him. I want to see him at 115. And I hope one day he decides to move up and stay there. He did move up, but then he went back down. I hope one day he makes 115 his home. And if his body keeps growing, hey, dog, keep moving up. But at 112, I don't really see much of a competition for Bam Rodriguez, man. You know, this fight tomorrow, of course, I'm gonna watch it, dog, because you're watching greatness. You're watching greatness when you watch Bam Rodriguez. Christian Gonzalez, dog, it's gonna be a long night, dog, a painful one too. Let's see. Bam the goods. Yeah, he is, dog. Yes, he is. He's on a completely different level. What's his face? Jesse Magdaleno fights in the undercard as well. So I'm interested in that fight. But Bam Rodriguez, man, I kind of want him to move up to 115. I want him to take on some of these top guys. Somebody like Chocolatito, who's already kind of past the prime. I still want to watch that. I still want to watch that fight. Gallo, yeah, dog. I want these fights to happen, man. I hope Bam, after this fight, which he should win, and convincingly, I hope he announces that, hey, I'm going up to 115, man, and we're gonna do the damn thing up there. Because those are the fights, man, that that's the fights I think everybody wants to see. Those are the fights that I want to see, that's for sure. Bam versus Gallo has to happen. JC, hey Holmes, you're talking to the cheerleader of that fight. I'm over here with my pom-poms, homie. Give me the guy, give me the fight, man. I'm over here, cheering for that, Holmes. But Bam's got to move up for that. So I know he was leaving 115 for his carnal, but his brother, don't get me wrong, his brother, I like his brother, dog. His brother's a good fighter, but he ain't nowhere where Bam is at, dog. So I hope Bam moves up, dog. I really do, man. He should get the victory tomorrow, which I believe he's going to, and I think he's gonna do it convincingly. He's gonna look great. We're gonna be able to see all the angles, the footwork, the speed, the combinations. This kid's just one complete fighter, man. I love Bam Rodriguez, one of my favorite fighters there is today. But at that weight class, when those small guys don't really get a lot of recognition, so that's why I believe he did not get Fighter of the Year last year. It went to Dimitri Bivol, which I was like, hands down, it was Bam Rodriguez, man. Dimitri Bivol, you beat the face of boxing, who moved up to your weight class, and he was the challenger. And then you go and you beat Zurdo. Don't get me wrong, good accomplishments, but nah, dog, not like Bam Rodriguez. So nah, dog. Let me see. Magdaleno, ya está, Ruco. Yeah, Jesse, and I remember his brother Diego Magdaleno. Teofimo Lopez whooped that ass, dog. Teofimo knocked out his brother Diego with 2 left hooks, like nasty, Holmes. Jesse Magdaleno, I like the kid, man. I don't think he's gonna win tomorrow. I think he's there to just put up a good fight. But man, there's just so much, dog, going on tomorrow, man. It's hard to keep up with it. But let's go ahead and let's talk about what's happening in Carson. I've been there to watch fights before. It used to be called StubHub. Actually, before that, it was called the Home Depot Center. Then it became StubHub Center. Now it's called Dignity Health Sports Park. Look, I haven't been everywhere to watch a fight, but I'm telling everybody right now that is the best place to watch a fight. The crowd is electric. You could stand at the very, very top and you could see the fight perfectly, perfectly, because it is somewhat of a small arena right there. It is the best place to watch a fight. I would challenge it with any venue that you guys want to throw out there, dog. I really would, because I've been there numerous of times. Am I gonna be there tomorrow? No, I'm not. Why am I not gonna be there tomorrow? Because I want to watch all these fights, man. I do, dog. And I spent last weekend spending a lot of money at WrestleMania. What's up, Joker? Sends mine back, carnal. So when it comes to the the Showtime fight, okay, you got in the main event Sebastian Fundora versus Brian Mendoza. Now, look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know too much about Brian Mendoza. I started looking him up and seeing his accomplishments and everything like that. And I think I have seen this dude fight before, man. Sebastian, I like Sebastian. I want this guy to win. I don't really like his style too much. And I'll get to you guys, I'll get to why in just a second. I went to many fight at Home Depot Center. I watched Vasquez Marquez. Okay, okay, yeah. I watched Bam Bam Rios against shoot. What was homeboy's name from Denver? Oh man, it was a banger of a fight too. Shoot, man. Alvarado? Yeah, Alvarado. Alvarado against yeah, Alvarado. Yeah, 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 yeah. I watched that fight. I watched it there, man. It was it was something else, man. I watched a couple of fights there, man. Bradley against Provannikov. Whoo! Oh, man, dog. That was crazy. Yeah, that first fight was lit. Yeah, the first one was the last one was in that was just by that time I think Alvarado had just kind of thrown in the towel in boxing, and he just wasn't all there anymore. But let's talk about Sebastian Fundora just for a second, man, or for more than just a second. So look, what do you guys think about Sebastian Fundora? Is he the real deal? Is he not? I like the guy. Uh, I just think, dog, look, he fights at 154. I think he's about 6'6", and he fights without using his height, without using his reach advantage, which it makes it exciting. Don't get me wrong. It does make it exciting. But if he gets in there, Holmes, if he gets in there with somebody who could really bang him, I don't think he lasts. Especially his frame. The vato's made out of palos, dog. Okay, he's a stick figure. Okay, he's made out of palos. Somebody gets to that body, somebody that can really punch. He gets in there with a Jermel Charlo. I was watching the press conference, and he said that he's avoided. He's one of the most avoided fighters at 154. Which is not true because nobody's avoided him. The only one that avoided him, the only one that avoided Sebastian Fundora is Tony Harrison. That was it. He's the only one that avoided him. He avoided him to fight Tim Tszyu, which is the right call, you know. But I think after this fight, should he come out with the victory, and I believe he will, now he can start calling out some of these big dogs. But here's the thing, though. He gets in there with guys like a Tim Tszyu. He gets in there with guys like a Jermel Charlo. He gets in there with some of these dudes that can really bang him. I don't think his style, dog, works for some of those guys. he's gonna have to use his long ass arms. He's gonna have to use his tall body, man, to keep these dudes away. They get to that body, Holmes. I look, dog. That Vato's a stick figure, dog. They're gonna crack some ribs easily. Now he does have some long arms, man, and those long arms do cover a lot of his body. But man, I hope, because every fight that I've seen him in, he's never used his reach advantage. And he's got, when we talk about reach advantage, he's got that. Now, some could say, hey, dog, do what works. Yeah, do what works, but also do make the adjustments when you need to make the adjustments. And if he does not know how to fight, if he does not know how to use his length, if he does not know how to use his height, then he can't make those adjustments if needed. Every fight that I've seen him, I'm not going to sit here and say that I've seen every single fight of his, but, I've seen quite a few of his fights. I've never seen him use his height. I've never seen him use his reach. So I like him. I want him to win. I want to see him in some of these big fights. I just hope, dog, that this dude can really adjust, Holmes. Because he gets in there and he bangs them, man. It's fun. It's fun for me to watch. It really is. It's fun for everybody to watch. But how far is that going to get him? Let me see what you guys bring up here. Damn, I missed a lot. Let me see. Nice. Let me see. The zone card is going to be a banger. Hey, dog, from the prelims is going to be a banger. Hectic. Cholo Palos. He got a chin, though. He's got a chin. You know what, JC? He does have a chin, dog. He's been hit on that chin. But what about the cuerpo? What about the body, Holmes? You can't. He's not muscular. Now, I get it, dog. In boxing, you don't want to be too muscular, right? But this dude is skin and bones, though, dog. Palos. Active banger card. Oh, yeah, man. He's going to be good. Fandora, definitely. Inky Vato, yeah. Fandora likes to scrap. And that's fun to watch. I like that he likes to scrap, dog. I do, man. Douglas said hi. JC. Hey, what's going on, man? Orale. Shout outs to the G Unit twins, man. Arturo and his lovely family, man. The G Unit twins, dog. Go check out their channel. That's where I trained when I had the fight with Gunner. And they're in their backyard. He built his backyard as a gym, and that's where he trains. That's where he trains both of his sons. And by the way, his sons, dog, both Gallo and Toro. Hey, man, those kids can get down, Holmes. Serio, dog. Those kids, keep an eye out on those kids. Go check them out right there. That channel, G Unit Twins Garza. Go check out that channel. You'll see those kids can throw down, Holmes. Those kids know their stuff, man. Thank you for the donation. We got our box. Hey, dog. Don't even mention it, Arturo. All good, brother. All good, man. You're doing great things with your sons, man. So don't even mention it, man. Let me see. Just tuned in. What are you guys talking about? Anthony, there's like so much boxing tomorrow, man. It's like making my head explode, Holmes. Let's see. Hi, it's me, Toro. Orale, it's Toro, man. There you go. Hey, man, this kid can bang, Holmes. Him and his brother, dog. These kids, they're bangers, dog. They're bangers, homie. How old are you, Toro? If you're still in here, how old are you and your brother? You guys must be about 12 years old now or something like that. I might be getting it off, man. But yeah, man. Hey, I like those. I like that family, man. They train out of the backyard and they can throw down, man. They really can. 12. Okay, got it. Okay, 12-year-old twins, man. You guys go check out that channel. They train, they fight, they train in their backyard, man. And they go, they fight, man. And I've seen them throw down, man. These kids got it, dog. So anyway, man, getting back to hey, well, gracias todo, man, and I'm glad you guys got your license, man. Don't mention the donation, brother. It's all good, carnal. You just go out there, train, and throw down, man. Do your thing. Let me see. The ring is ready now. Orale. Hey, man, I'll be getting at your pops, and I'll be going over there and taking some film, man. Probably of you guys sparring or whatever it may be. So, but hey, man, do your thing. It's a pleasure to sponsor you guys, man. Okay, back to Sebastian Fundora. Listen, he's got a chin. Yes. He's been winning. Yes. He hasn't been facing great competition, but that's okay. The kid's coming up. Okay. I'm not one of these guys that's saying, like, hey, who has he fought lately? Who has he fought? That's all right, man. The kid's building, you know. He fought Lubin, Erickson Lubin. That was a good one. I just want this guy to be able, if needed, to be able to use his reach, to be able to use his height if needed. If he doesn't need to use it, no need to. But I really hope that he does train in a way that he can use it. Because I'm telling you guys right now, should he get in there, it's 154. Should he get in there with someone like a Jermell Charlo, he's not going to be able to stay in the pocket, homie, and just bang it out with Jermell Charlo. Okay, Jermell Charlo brings the heat. Now, where's Jermell Charlo at right now? The heck, I don't know, dog. Tim Zoo's moving on, right? Tim Zoo's looking for another fight because Jermell Charlo just I don't know. I don't know if Jamal Charlo's rubbing off on Jermell. Apparently, Jermell is still injured. I don't know, dog. The Charlo brothers. First, I had huge respect for Jermell, but not for Jamal, because Jamal to me was just a clown. Now Jermell to me is starting to fall off too, dog. And I'm just kind of like, I've had it with these Charlo brothers, dog. And then Jermell is talking about Jermell, who fights at 154, is asked, what's the biggest fight for you that you want? He says Canelo. And then he's asked, how long are you going to stay at 154? He said his entire career. How are you gonna get a Canelo fight if you plan on staying at 154 for your entire career? Hey, Holmes, Canelo has not fought at 154 in years. And there is nothing for Canelo to move down to 154, dog. You are no superstar like that. Jermell Charlo, I used to have respect for him. It was his punk ass brother that I didn't like. But now Jermell, I'm starting to throw in the same container, dog. So with his brother, man. So now I'm like, you know what? Both of the Charlos are now clowns, dog. Let's see, those are the best fighters. Let me see. Lubin really got pieced up. Hey, dog, Lubin looked. His face was swollen, dog. His face looked like you guys seen the movie Mask? Not the Jim Carrey one. Not Jim Carrey. Not The Mask, but Mask. With that kid that has like a messed up face, and he's with that blind girl, and his mom is his mom is that one singer. Cher is his mom. You know what? I should probably bring that up on my other movies and shows channel. But there's a movie. It's called Mask. Well, anyway, that kid's face is messed up, and that's just the way his face is. Lubin looked like that, dog. He looked like a black version of that. Charlo looks lost. Hey, dog. If I'm Sebastian Fundora, do it now. Get that victory tomorrow and start calling these dudes out now. Because who knows, dog? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Jermell Charlo, maybe he won't. Maybe he won't hurt Fundora. Because I don't know where Jermell Charlo's or what the hell he's doing. Apparently he's hurt. He's been hurt for a while now. talking about possibly coming back like in August or September. Hey man, I don't know, dog. So, but I just want to emphasize this. I just want to emphasize this. Sebastian Fundora, por favor. And maybe he's doing this already. Learn how to fight using your height and your reach. You want to fight close up and bang it out? Hey man, a toda madre, do it. Handle your business. But also learn how to fight using your height and your reach. Because should the time come that you cannot go toe to toe with somebody because their power, you cannot match their power, and your body can only take so much, homie. You're basically skin and huesos, Holmes. You're gonna have to know how to use that height and reach. So I like Sebastian Fundora. I want to see him do good. I don't know if he spends his whole career at 154. He makes that weight easily. So, many blessings going your way, Toro. Oh, yeah. Toro and Gallo, man. Good young kids right there doing it up, doing the right thing, man. So, let me see. Cosmo and Hunchback. Sup, Toro? Who you want, Ryan or Tank? That's a good one, man. You know what? I'm gonna go over there. They don't live too far from me, so they needed their license, so they got it. Mass. That's a great movie, Cholo, and a true story. Yeah, I'll probably do something like that on my other channel, on my movies and shows channel. Hey, what's up, D Style? You guys go check out D Style, man. That's a real one on YouTube. But with that, Chingones and Chingonas, we're gonna wrap it up right there, man. I'm gonna go to the movies with my son right now to go watch Super Mario Brothers. If you guys remember playing that video game, I did. It was like the best video game at that time in the 80s. It was like the best video game. And then part 2 came out, and that one sucked. But I'm gonna go check that out. Man, you guys enjoy the fights tomorrow. I would like to know which one are you guys gonna be paying attention to the most. The zone starts earlier than ESPN. I don't know what time Showtime starts their card. All I could tell you guys, man, is I'm gonna watch all the fights, including the prelims, on the Showtime YouTube channel app, on the zone. The prelims are gonna be good, man. I want to see Frank Sanchez. I want to get more buzz behind Frank Sanchez, who is an undefeated heavyweight, but this guy got no buzz, and he's fighting in an 8-rounder, not in the undercard, but in the prelims, hidden where nobody can see him. Let's give Frank Sanchez a little bit more up there, man. Let's get this guy a little bit more buzz. 21-0, 14 knockouts. I'm not saying he's all that in a bag of chips, all right? But damn it, dog, he's doing much better, man, than some of these other dudes that are getting some praise. Andy Ruiz, where the hell is he at? I don't even know where the hell he's at. There's nothing on the schedule for Andy Ruiz. Frank Sanchez, let's start building this guy's name up. Hey, with that, you guys enjoy the fights, man. Boxing, man, is great, man. Tomorrow, woo, man, I'm gonna love it. Shouts to all the Chingones, shouts to all the Chingonas, man. I don't know. Maybe I'll probably go live during the fights. I don't know. I'll see, man. You guys stay tuned, man. Whatever you guys do this weekend, be safe doing it so we can come back and do it again. Los Tres Chingones Boxing Total Trucker to the next round. I'll catch you guys then.